look, and I'm like, is that a wasp or a bee? Oh, the cats are gonna have a field day. Better turn off that light. Um, I'm like, is that a wasp or a bee? In
Right.
part because bees, stingers. I'm just imagining, mouth parts swelling up and, you know, I just don't want to picture a cat after it's bitten a bee.
Right. Right.
So I had to capture said bee.
We will not have the bee stinging the kitty.
It was up to almost 90 and now it's cold.
Huh.
But it's not so cold I can't stand it for a little bit. So
It's like 48 degrees here. Like, that's pretty good. I'm liking it.
it's really windy here. It says it's warmer than it feels. It feels to me like it's about 62, maybe.
Hmm.
Which it would be okay if I didn't start the day in shorts because it was going up to almost 90. You know,
Mm. And we
20
have
some
it.
degrees temperature drop feels really cold for some reason.
Right. We have no Julie.
Oh no, no. Julie just and I wasn't sure she'd ask if someone might be willing to hop on with us, but said she hadn't heard back. And I said that if they showed up, I'd invite them, and if they didn't show up,
Well,
that I would just go ahead and wing it.
wing it.
So
Yeah, this is us winging it.
this is us winging it. This is me saying, "Look, it doesn't matter. She can't cover. Hi, Sushi." Then we're just gonna go ahead and say, "Fine, we'll just wing it."
Holy cow! I have 16 sacreds now. No, just like I had two.
It's a very sacred place.
It's a very
You need
sacred.
that many of me.
Like I am
I
enjoying.
always knew you liked me.
I am enjoying my sacred space right now. I am.
All
It's a
16 of them,
sacred
huh?
space.
It is rid of the drunk in the living room spewing threats and horrid
Yeah,
things.
that is always better.
It is much better. Always, always. Hi,
Much
Sushi.
better.
And
The
yes, the
saucy
porch
sacred
is behind us. Woohoo!
Yes, there is porch.
Sigh.
There is
Can you hear me
porch
sigh?
with 4
Yes,
cats. Yes,
your voice sounds more relaxed.
your energy, the vocal aura that I am sensing from here is like mellowed by a good 3 shades, you know?
Right?
You don't really
Yeah,
realize how under control you're living until it's gone.
right.
Like every little micro thing in your life is examined and what you can and can't do, and like, oh my god.
Well, Sushi, it's so
Oh,
funny.
Sushi, I'm jealous.
For some reason, I'm here on the porch, and all of my son's cats and the cat he left behind. And I don't think I knew any of these cats though, but for whatever reason, he's like, okay, being one of, for some reason, these 5 cats, they'll still fight each other, but all of them, but the one that was living here, fight with my cats. Hi, Judith. And I was told that,
Judith.
well, we have one instigator.
Hi,
I've had
Judith.
every single one of the cats now instigate.
Oh,
The
And
gators.
hi, Julie.
It's the
hi,
gators.
Jolie.
Hi, Julie.
And so oh my God, it's like my guy, I swear I've got herself who's like super triggered, don't get near me growl. And I've got Lombok, who is a sniff sniff, let's all be buddies guy. And Lombok's got scratches on both sides of his face
Hmm.
that
Oh,
I won't be he will be on the bed with me, and my son's cats will come up and jump up on top of him and ambush.
Oh.
And I'm like, what is he doing that they think they have to do this to him? Because
I was just
right?
chilling, man.
that
Can't we
sounds
all
great,
just get
Julie. No, I already had a rooster named Rodney. It never occurred to me that I'd have to. Well, actually, Lombok named himself. I take no. I did not choose the name. It just.
The
Uh,
Bachian.
yes, Mr. Lombakian. He text messaged me and said, "This will be my name." I'm like, okay, yeah,
Alright,
got it. Thank you
if you
for
insist.
making sure you corrected me because I didn't know. But the cat that was left here, my son's old cat from before, he's like right beside me, looking out at the other four cats. They aren't bugging him or anything, and he's not bugging them. But he's like almost got this defensive posture, like I'm protecting her.
There is no buggy. There will
Hi,
be no buggy.
Joe. You
Hello,
will
Joe.
not bother
Joe.
mom.
Right, there will be no bothering.
But my granddaughter dressed me. True story.
She did good.
Okay.
I'm like I was telling my son's partner about
Did she
spin.
have trouble getting your arms in the sleeve?
No. She just made me. I was explaining this.
Your
I
arms
told
and your sleeves.
I pointed out my cute little dangly knot thing,
Technically not thing.
and she said, my hair can't do that because it
Hello,
can't
Jay.
hold the shape. I said, have you ever heard of spin pins? And she's like, I don't know. And so I went and started digging in my hair accessories bin and realized that they were kind of small and the bin was kind of larger and said, forget it, pulled it out of its drawer and carried it over. And granddaughter had wandered up. And so I have a bow in my hair because granddaughter saw the bows and the barrettes and then that yeah. True
Huh.
story. And they
True
have
story.
like they have pulled they have plans for my barrette collection. We'll wear
Oh.
Sweet.
these ones this day, and we'll wear this one that.
Mhm.
God, that reminds me of my daughter-in-law. She babysits for her sister's kids, and there's
Mm,
three of them. And the middle one is a little girl. So there's girl, and then little boy after the last one. And there's quite a gap between the two little ones and the older one.
Hmm.
They were sitting there one day, and my daughter-in-law had made a sandwich, but it was a grown-up sandwich. It was onions and tomatoes and smoked
right,
turkey and all this stuff. And she had made them children's sandwiches, sans tomato and onion.
right.
And they ate theirs, and they're watching her eat. And the little boy said something like, "Be careful, Aunt Say, don't choke." And the little girl, the next one up, she says, "Well, if she does and she dies, I'm claiming dibs on that sandwich."
Oh, damn. Damn. All right.
Well,
The kids were ready to add other stuff to their sandwiches, maybe.
I guess they're ready to try the tomato and onion.
Really?
Yeah,
We need a dip
if she
on this
dies,
one.
I'm claiming dibs. The sandwich is
I
mine.
I
Nobody's
was
calling 911. We're just making sure who gets the
Right.
sandwich.
I'm eating first. Like, I'll call 911 while I'm eating a sandwich. Like,
Right?
I oh god. I
jeez.
I can see that. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Huh. Mm,
yeah. Gotta love kids.
right?
So my rooster has been slowly getting more uppity.
Yep.
Um and so I said, you know what, dude, you need to be scooped. And that's when I
Uh-oh.
just scoop them up and I snuggle them and I tell them what sweet birdies they are. And so that's what I did. And he like immediately bolted, but he bolted straight to a corner. and I cornered him. So he said, "Okay, I'm desperate. I'm gonna spur this thing." And he doesn't
Right.
realize I've had roosters. I'm not scared.
I'm not scared of
And
you.
he
You're
comes
tiny.
at me big and feet, and I just like grab him right in the middle of his body, and then pull him in and start snuggling him. and and my son's partner was watching. She goes, "He really didn't want you to do that."
Right.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Right.
Right? Uh,
But Jimmy said that yesterday. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care if the rooster protects the hens from anyone else, to be honest, and he
Mm.
doesn't protect them from me. I'm
well,
I'm
that's
kind
good.
of the gentle top dog for him, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
As that's why it's one of the reasons he got scooped today was because I'm like, he's starting to get a little bit. I might be able to
Yeah.
get one
A
over on
little
him. We
too
can have,
cocky.
yeah, exactly. He's getting a little too
Right?
cocky. We got to knock him down a notch.
Should be chill out, boy.
You got plenty of
I'll say
girls to play with.
that's not chicken
Don't
hawk
worry
bar.
about your testosterone levels, dude. You do not need to try to take me on.
Right?
It's not a power up like in a video game, okay?
Right.
Oh,
So, yeah, it's so funny though because yeah, I put him back down, and earlier when I'd started trying to shush people in, he'd done the buck that they do when they get aggravated with you.
Hmm.
And so after he'd calmed down and everything, I gently set him all feet on the ground, barely even feel the landing, kind of gently sit him down. And he shook for a second and just quietly walked away.
Mm-hmm.
There was not the slightest buck. There wasn't a crow. There was. I am going to pretend none of this happened.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go now. And go over here. Like,
yep.
nobody noticed me.
Nobody saw that, okay?
Right? I
Right?
was over here the whole time.
I don't know what you think you saw, but you didn't see me.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's funny. One of these days, you're gonna have to video that.
Right.
Oh, it is so funny. I mean, they're just and I think I've got one my biggest hen was, instead of being on a roost tonight, was in a laying box. And so I'm wondering if she's getting broody or not. I'm going to keep an eye out. And if I keep finding her in the laying box, that means that she wants to sit on some eggs and make babies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, for whatever reason, I will never know why, the only eggs that I found developing embryos in, either ones that did and the ones that didn't hatch, were only from my Americana.
Huh.
None of the other eggs ever hatched. So if she goes broody and wants chicks, I'm half tempted to house hen her and give her a box to
Hi,
lay
Neuro.
to set in for the baby. You know, I neuro, and maybe or I could put her in a kennel on paper and everything. Because what'll happen is if she's kept with the other chickens, they will keep coming in and laying their eggs on top of hers and make it a mess for me to take care of.
Oh, yep.
And they will also accidentally break eggs because they don't care
Okay.
that much. And I had a few times where almost fully developed chicks were dead in their shells because part of their
Oh,
shell got ripped open. And so, I'm if she is going broody, I might actually, because she's one of my favorites. So
yep.
I might say, we need a chicken in this craziness that's going on in my house. Let's add a chicken to this. Why not?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
I'm not sure that would be a good idea. The cats might have lunch.
Oh, yeah. You don't
Oh,
know how the other cats are going to handle that.
okay. Buffy is a Brahma hen. I'd say she field dresses at least 12 pounds.
Oh, she can match the cats
Yeah. I mean,
easy.
she's a big enough chicken. The cats look at her and go, will it eat me?
Mm,
Right. Right.
I'm not sure. This thing looks like it might be a challenge to take down.
Right.
It's bigger than me.
I could get hurt. Never
Right.
mind. We're
And
good.
and it was funny because I don't know if it's because I was with the birds and the cats instinctively recognized this is under her protection or what. But the chickens I brought into the house, even the little ones, the cats never messed with them.
Good.
And
That's
and
good.
so I'm not too worried about it. I'd bring her in
Yeah.
a kennel or a box or something and introduce her around and Jimmy pointed out the other day, his dog that moved here is the one that Hank had to tell to quit chasing my chicken, where we thought for sure that chicken was going to be dead.
Uh-huh.
And Jimmy said he's let his dog out and the dog has totally ignored the chickens. And he says, Mom, I
Wow.
think that whatever Hank said to him, he
It
just,
took.
yeah.
Wow.
And it's like, I see this again and again. It's obvious animals communicate with at least each other.
Right.
Yep.
What is this week's writing prompt?
Yeah, I was going to ask that because I don't remember it.
I don't either.
Shoot. It was by Julie.
It's been an
That's the
interesting week
problem.
for me,
Julie and I
so
discussed it and then didn't remember discussing it yesterday. Because it was Julie wants to do another thing, and I don't know. I don't know how many people want to do it. She wants to do this thing where you take turns writing, and someone starts a story, then someone
Oh yeah,
adds to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
story,
yeah.
and so on. So, well, she wants to do one of those.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And for
I think
some
we need to do that separate from the weekly writing though, because
right.
sometimes it might take
Yeah, yeah.
longer.
Well, see, that's the thing. And so she'd given me one that she was going to do for the one, and one she was going to do for the other. And I'd have to scroll back up in my texting and find it,
Hmm.
unless she said it, and then we're really
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
either of us will have remembered what we talked about.
Like the crazy directions stories can go as each person gets a hold of it. Like,
but
Right.
so that's kind of what's going on there.
What was the last one we did? Was that the one that I never did that again?
Right, and I never
yeah,
did
yeah.
that again.
Okay.
Yes, and the one before that were about the last words. The
Hmm.
last words were,
Right.
Yep.
and
Well, I have one that might work if you're interested.
well, if I
If Julie
apparently
doesn't
didn't.
pop on.
Well, she did pop on. I wonder if she said she's listening though, so I don't think
Yeah.
she wants to be texting and up. No, she said it's been oh, that's my old one. I have never opened up my laptop because I just got here. Hello. Lisa's kind of stupid tonight. She didn't sleep.
Oh, I know that
She
feeling.
I, I tried to take a nap. It was almost an hour and I kept waiting to go to sleep.
Huh.
If that makes any sense. You ever do that? You're like
Hmm.
closing your eyes and waiting. And
I
she
don't
doesn't
remember.
remember.
Well, that's great, Julie.
Okay, so
This is what happens when you have a bunch of old people doing the prompts. I'm telling you.
Right, right. So yeah, we got it.
I will remember this 3
We
weeks
have
from
to
now
write them
when I
down.
complete it. Oh, yes,
Well, you want to hear my idea in case it's any good?
sure. What's your bright idea? We'll take it.
Would echo forever.
Would echo forever.
So you can go
Wonder,
ahead of it and behind it.
I
What?
wonder what forever was said.
Could
Would
echo forever.
Yeah.
What? Listen.
Her scream would echo forever. The
Hi.
brook babbling would echo forever. The last words would echo
Echo
forever
It's just
in my mind.
it's kind
Echo
of broad.
forever.
Just saying.
Would
It's
echo
kind of broad.
forever.
Right. Well, see, no, I immediately thought about the story of Echo.
Ah.
And then the echo became a person. And I'm like, well, wouldn't it be interesting instead of echo being the person, echo is the verb, and
Oh, I
forever is what
forgot.
is being echoed.
Oh my God.
And my
What'd you come up with, Robes?
my brain,
Oh, you'll
that's
see.
what it did.
Oh, you
Um,
came
I'm a
up with a story
physicist.
to go with that?
I'm a physicist. Think about it.
Oh, so I guess we're gonna go with would echo forever.
would echo forever.
All right.
And going to do, since you said it could be before or after, and I don't want people to be
Ooh.
confused.
Sure.
Home
I
road,
just
home
did
road.
dot, the thingy, and then would echo
I know
forever and dot
ellipses.
again. Yeah,
That's what I
ellipses.
was
That's
gonna
it.
do. That's yeah, because I originally started it with capitalizing, because and that doesn't
Would
even have
echo
to happen. It's
forever?
just would echo
Yeah,
forever.
Would echo forever. I love it.
ellipses before and after, so you can
So,
play it whichever way you want to go with it, or both,
right?
I like
both ends of it.
Or forever is just being echoed. I wonder what
Oh
forever
yeah,
was talking about. Yeah. It's been repeating ever since.
all right.
Sorry, I've been watching way too much anime, haven't I?
Well, echo, yeah, as a name,
It is. It's a
would
name that
echo forever be
was
lost?
cursed.
Yeah, would echo forever be cursed?
Well,
There's a lot of
Echo
ways to
was
play
cursed.
that.
That's where the echo comes from. Is
Yeah.
Echo was cursed to always repeat the things back.
Yeah,
And
so there's a lot of ways to go with it. I have no idea yet. I hope something comes to me before Saturday.
oh,
But
definitely,
I
because we
had
don't
that
have
in
many days
my list.
left. Yuck!
I had that in my list of potential prompts.
Coolness. It's a good one.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We'll see what everybody writes to it.
I've been watching way too much anime because I'm starting to think of stories and panels and images instead of words.
Ooh.
I'm like, I really would love to be drawing these actions happening in these words in the pages and going,
Okay. Before it gets too immersed, quick, watch The Wizard of Oz or Peter Pan.
okay.
With the one with the people, not with the cartoons.
There we go.
To put you back into
What
other
prompt?
frame of mind.
I like it.
Okay. If so, like at about 9:15, we will let you come tell your story. That would be fine.
Okay. She said she needs
And
20 to 30 minutes, so
yep. And 20 minutes would be 10 after, 30 minutes would be 20 after, and splitting the difference is 1/4 after.
there we go.
I think in those little square and circly thingies a lot. So
Uh-huh. Oh, she needs to get something to eat. Okay, Neuro, just tell us when you're ready.
I wasn't mathing. I was clocking. I was sitting there going,
Uh-huh.
okay, here's the 12, and here's the 11, and here's the 5, and I'm looking at it in quarter
What?
chunks, and then
Right?
my little
Okay.
brain's just got this whole little old old-fashioned clock in its head, and it's just sitting there and moving the time
Okay.
around.
I always thought clocks should be a like one of the suits of a card deck. Like, because then you could be like, I've got the 5 o'clocks.
Right?
No? Ah,
No, we could do a whole thing like that. 5 o'clock, the 12 of
The queen of
hands.
clocks would forever
I
echo.
got the 2 o'clocks. Okay.
Right?
The queen of clocks would forever echo.
Right? Clocks, echo, and flame, fire.
Oh, I've got it. My story might include something about pigeon poop.
There you go. I want to hear that one. I want to hear that one.
Disclaimer: there may be pigeon poop in my story. It'll be okay.
All righty then. If
Peaches
anyone
has
can't
a
tell
furry.
yet, I
Peaches has a feathered cousin.
yes, there we go. Peaches' is feathered cousin.
Hi, Deborah.
When I'm tired, I get super giggly, I guess. You'd think I would have
Might not be
outgrown that
physical, I don't
in the
know.
last
Look it up.
30, 40 years, Grandmotherhood, I shouldn't be giggly when I'm tired. I should have outgrown that by now.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't outgrown it yet.
Oh, good. So I'm not abnormal then.
No,
Well,
no.
no, you
And I
said
got
you
a
were
few years
certified
on you.
normal. You were certified
Well,
normal. So
yeah, right. I have been. Makes me wonder about the medical facilities here in Michigan, but hey, what can I say?
it's Babs and Buster Bunny.
Aha.
You know,
Bunnies.
That-
The bunny.
That's interesting, Joe.
from the little Looney Tunes, where they had the little boy bunny and little girl bunny and everything,
I don't remember.
and the Dizzy Ducky who was a baby Daffy Duck, but wasn't baby Daffy Duck. Just like there were two bunnies instead of just
Okay.
bugs. Just my
I have
kids
to
are
make
all
a correction.
Cool.
Anyhow, there was a
correction.
Babs and a Buster Bunny, and the blue one was Buster, and the pink one was Babs. And I'm like, oh, it's Babs and Buster Bunny.
I love
Cute, but I don't remember that.
it.
And the longer I explained it, the
That
more dumb
must
I felt. I'm like,
that must be the time between when I quit watching and my kids started. There was a gap, so it must
Oh,
have been
dear.
during the gap years.
your kids have to be at least as spread out as mine or close to it. Somehow,
Yeah, they're 46 to 54 this year.
okay, 8 years, and my boys were 7 apart.
Yeah.
So probably we have this weird, bizarre, fair overlap, and then
Well, I've got 2 in between those 2, so
Right. I have to
Right.
clarify something though. There may be quite dialectic material in in my story.
Okay.
just to be more accurate. I don't want to be misleading.
okay.
Thank you for your
Hey,
preciseness. We didn't want to be confused.
right?
may include pigeon droppings, but it's
At least
just
it's not
saying.
guano. I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah, I'm kind of. He's
Guano
made me
goals.
speechless a few times this
Collect
week.
the whole set. I'm Bumblebee a
Oh,
tuna.
goodness.
Wait, what? A bumblebee tuna? Bumblebee tuna.
Bumble.
Oh, okay. Shoo.
Are they finished looking like this? Is this what Bumble?
We do not know what's going on right now.
Robes, when you
Hmm?
uploaded to KDP,
Mhm.
did you have to do it more than once, or did you get it right the first time?
I just got it right the first time.
Oh, kiss my ass.
Damn. Well, all right.
I tried to make a smaller bee today.
That's how we're gonna be about it. All right.
Yes.
Twice now.
I didn't mean to. It just happened.
Twice.
Well, okay. So I don't really do
I think
anything.
it's set, and I have to go back because they tell me there's something wrong with it.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
Well, it's like, okay, what did I do wrong this time?
It's never the same thing twice.
No.
Oh,
At least there's
no,
that.
of course.
How come they didn't catch all of them at once, though?
I just took screenshots of each page as I was doing it, and then gave the screenshot to ChatGPT and said, "What do I do here?"
Oh, well, I wish I would have thought of that before the 4th or 5th time.
Because I don't know how to do that shit either.
I didn't think they'd ask chat. I'm trying to figure it out on my own because I'm thinking I'm halfway intelligent.
Well, see, I
I wasn't intelligent enough to ask chat.
I have a friend who has both published there more than once, and who has taken out a shingle and does that for people.
Hmm.
And gets
I know you've said that
donated to
before.
them. And I was like, so I
And
never even thought about like trying to ask the internet to help. I was like, well, if I get stuck, I'm just gonna call her and say, hey, let's get together and visit. And then she and I can discuss what I'm doing wrong, and I will figure it out with her, and then I will know it and I won't have to worry anymore.
Right.
that's true. That's true. But I don't have a friend like that.
I don't either.
I did
Damn it.
finally think to ask Chat, and God, it was stupid shit. The first book, it was at the end of it, you do your author page, and I put my
Mm.
website on it.
Oh, yep.
And yeah, that kept being a problem.
Yeah, you
Right. You
can't
can
do
do it
that.
on the
You can't
back
have
of
your
the book.
website.
Right. Like you can do it on the very, very back of the book, like is your picture or something. But other than that, they're pretty picky about like, do not.
Oh yeah, yeah, very picky. And then this time it was I didn't put the right little thingies in the spacers between like where I'm skipping time, so I need a gap so that it doesn't just run together.
Oh, yep, yep.
And there's a specific little spacer thing. You got to do the 3 asterisks and then center them.
Right.
If you don't do
Right.
that, it doesn't know what you want, so it goes crazy. And it's like, oh my God, all right. You can't just
It
do a
is pretty,
space
it
because it
is kind
doesn't
of picky,
understand the
huh?
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have it like laid out perfect. Well, and I mean, I asked GPT how to lay it out first too. So like it
Well, I
literally
did
walked
that
me through how
after
to.
the first one. I thought I had it, but then I got fancy, you know,
Oh, and then
gonna
you got
put
That's
fancy
the
too.
gaps to show a lapse in time.
You
You
went
know,
outside the script, and whoops.
I did. I put 2 spaces thinking that was sufficient,
Yep.
but it confused it, and then it came back and said, "Nope, you have to fix stuff,
Right.
just stuff, generic stuff." And it's like, okay,
I
well,
hate being. I don't really use it like that though. I talk to my AI
can
like
you
a
just
person. Like I just
like
ask it questions. Like how the hell
I
do I
just
do this?
well when Amazon says you got to fix stuff, and I'm like, okay, and I'm
Mhm.
looking at it and I'm looking at it. There's nothing flagged. There's nothing that
Right.
says what I need to fix. It just says,
I
there are
know, isn't it
errors. And it's like,
irritating? Like,
okay,
that's most like it's even worse like when you're trying to submit to like a physics journal or something. You ought to see the shit the hoops they want you to jump through, especially
oh
with
my God.
LaTeX formatting for your formulas and shit. Holy God.
You just went from English to Greek. I don't know how you did it, but you did it really fast.
Zip bang. Like just
You were saying words I've never heard before. I don't know.
white dielectric material. Like,
No, it was lab tech or something. Whatever else you said in there was something. And you said some stuff really fast, and
yes.
I don't know what was one word and what was 5 words. I don't know. It was all one
Mm-mm-mm.
big word.
Science. Science. Like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but oh
Yeah.
my the bathrobe guy. Like, so-
Joe. He speaks Esperanto, man. Awesome.
oh my the bathrobe guy. What?
Oh, I get lost
Oh,
so easy. Unless I'm in a car. I don't in a car. But my children do in a car. So,
in a car?
oh God, yes. Don't ever let them take you anywhere without being awake and watching where they're going. Don't
Were you in
shut
a
your
car?
Like
eyes.
this
Did
quiz.
it take you far? Did you see a star? And then I was
Yes, yes, I did. I saw several stars. I think they knocked me out.
oh
You're so far with the I did the ears.
ears. It
Those
was
are
a
cute
kitty.
ears for a cat.
And what happened is I was laying in bed not able to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning. And my brain said, you know what? That would look that bunny ear would be really cool for a cat ear if you like cut off the bottom half of it.
Yeah, as one does at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right?
And I'm like, I wonder if that works. And so I tried it.
Okay.
And then I pinned it there and tried to go to sleep.
It has a really skinny neck. I just want to say that right. It's kind of, maybe it's its backbone. I'm not gonna judge you. I don't.
I think she wants the kitty to have a supple neck. Maybe it's gonna be a body dancer, belly dancer.
Okay.
Necromania.
Before the end of this.
Necromania.
Remain here. What? What are you talking about?
I don't
I am
know.
so
That's
lost right
fine.
now.
I'm sure we can keep talking about absolute nonsense for another 20 minutes or so without any problem. If anyone feels like we aren't making sense, please start yelling stop, stop, stop or something so we can
Right.
we have to keep deep breath, check our surroundings,
Everything's
maybe
fine.
go out, touch grass, settle yourself
Right.
down.
Make sure I turned off the stove burner knobs. Maybe I didn't
Right.
get those all the way off.
Put away all the sharp objects.
Oh yeah, since I'm
Maybe
surrounded by them, that would be good.
pick up the throw rugs just in case, We might be dangerous if we're walking anywhere where
Right.
there's any possibility of slipping.
Right?
Suddenly the world goes, turn. Joe, add 2 hours of sleep in the past 46 or so.
Yeah. Little lack of sleep. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm just saying.
As if it's not permanent, y'all. Okay.
Oh my.
Let's face it, you guys wouldn't have half as much fun if I didn't get stoned occasionally.
Right.
Yeah,
Somebody's got to get stoned occasionally. I mean, I get stoned all the time, so someone's got to get stoned occasionally.
Not everyone
That's
can
not
be
going
as
to
good
be
as
me.
Rose. Not all of us can have that experience level. That's special.
I don't want to be the occasional smoker. I'm good.
And I'm the never smoker, so hello.
There you go. See, we've got this
Never
covered.
smoke, never gummy.
You never did.
My God, why?
Huh?
You never did.
I never gummied. I chocolated for a while, but I never gummied.
Oh, okay.
I
And
mean,
I
it
haven't
sounds like you
smoked in
never partake in it.
decades.
There were a
Right.
few times the way you
No, when
talked,
I
I
was
was pretty
young.
sure.
I was starting to think she was going to pull a Clinton and be like, I didn't inhale. Yeah.
I'm like, I could have sworn you
no,
said
dear.
something about acid at one point. I could have sworn that was you.
Right?
I don't think I did acid. Is
Scratching my head going,
mescaline?
I did
Is
not
mescaline-
have sexual relations with that marijuana joint.
Yeah, is that acid? See, I did mescaline, but I don't think that's the right word.
Right.
Hang
Right.
on, I'll
What?
figure it out. It was something chocolate something,
mm.
and it was a little tiny pill. Whatever it was a whole lot of fun. It was so much fun. I knew I could never do it again. That's how much fun it was.
All right.
I hear stories about that with some drugs. You're good the one time, but don't do it ever again because you're not going to stop the second.
Right. It was really cold. No.
Yeah, this stuff, the chocolate, whatever it was, I think it was kind of like LSD. I just remember going down the road and not knowing which side of the road I was driving on.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, was I in the same lane with the oncoming traffic or was I in the other lane? I couldn't tell. My depth perception was way off.
LSD was so weird.
That might be when I lost my depth perception.
Maybe.
Could be.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
LSD will do weird things to you. it's done some strange things to people. Like there was a guy that saw things like, who's that artist that did the dots?
Oh yeah,
Like this dude ended up seeing everything that way. Like everything was dots, pixelated.
Oh wow.
Like, can you imagine? Like that, like all the time. That would be so uncool. Like,
yeah. I think
Yeah,
that would
that
drive
that
me crazy.
that
hmm
yeah. That would make me very unhappy over time.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
chilling to even think about it.
yeah.
It
Man.
is.
That it can alter your brain like that so easily.
Yeah.
Like our perception can so easily be changed. Just a little chemical and poof, you see the whole world different now. Completely.
Yeah.
Right.
And well, to me, a pixelated world is wow. I didn't realize how much how you perceive things becomes part of your
Mm,
reality.
right,
Yeah.
right,
As soon as I shift myself to an idea of a pixelated
right.
world and see all
Mm,
these little jagged edges around everything,
right,
and of
right,
course the
right.
color gradation changes, and
Yeah,
I'm like cringing.
yeah, yeah.
It's like it all of a sudden everything feels colder and like it's gonna scratch me or something. It's just all that is a weird
Right. I mean,
feeling.
technically speaking, everything is kind of at the quantum level. There's a pixelation. I
Right.
mean, there's a smallest level that we can perceive something as being, but still, even then, it's so microscopic that we're not picking it up. There's no way. There's no way. So, but big enough to be able to see, that would drive you batshit.
Right.
Damn. Yeah. Like blowing up your computer screen really big, and that would be nuts,
Well, just imagine like a 1980s, pre-VGA.
right? Like,
Okay,
woof,
I'm imagining one of those screens and then living inside of that for the rest of my life, and
right?
it's like, whoa,
I,
no, 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 no.
no,
And gee, I've been watching way too much animation because the other part of me is going, oh my goodness, just picture writing a story like that, and I'm like, oh, Lisa, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
brain, right?
I'm too lazy to cartoon. That'd take too many days. My goodness, gotta draw all of it in. Then you gotta ink it. Then you gotta paint it. Then you
Oh,
gotta
Right.
honey,
do the next
no.
one
No, no, not anymore. Not anymore.
by hand,
Yeah, but you gotta get iPad Pro
right?
and
That takes an
Procreate
iPad.
Dreams
That
Uh,
and,
takes an iPad.
Procreate Dreams. So it's gotta be Procreate or iPad Pro and then Procreate Dreams. And you
uh,
draw like the beginning and the middle and the end, and you tell it
right?
animate, and it just does it.
yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
cool?
It
It'd
is
be lovely,
cool.
but I can't do that. I don't have that kind of tech.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
doing
it's
that in my
cool tech.
my space game right now. Like because I can take a picture of the cockpit, which has a transparency for the windshield. And then I can take that over to Grok and tell it to make like a 6-second video of like it going into orbit around a planet or landing on a planet or going into hyperspace or something. And then I can just dump that into the game and use that as a cutscene. Good times. I love it.
Cool.
The simplicity of making things nowadays is weird.
Right?
Like programming used to be such a bitch.
Mm,
Like especially for like a single dev
Yeah,
trying to
because
build
they used to teach
anything.
that in college, right?
they used to teach that in
Well, I
high
mean,
school.
right.
Well, and
It's
now
not just
kids
the
are just doing
programming.
it.
It's all the assets. It's the art. It's the like building all the materials, the things within the game that people are seeing. Like people don't get that. Like if you see an object in the game, it had to be built somehow. Right?
Right?
That's an asset. Like, and somebody had to build it. So,
I wonder if there are people that can recognize AI instinctively when it writes.
hmm.
Because I bet you there
There's
are.
there's there's some else, but I mean it's hard. Like they've gotten
because
really. I would be pressed to catch Claude doing it. I get at this point. Claude's gotten really good, I guess.
well, Julie was talking about how she didn't like some country western singers' accent because it sounded fake.
Hmm.
And then remarked that she loved Dolly's accent, everything about Dolly. And I believe, well, I can hear different um inflection changes in different areas. So they're as we get more and more interconnected and spend more and more time talking like across the country all at the same time, our all of our accents are mellowing together slowly.
Hmm.
Um, so a Tennessee
Which is
accent
kind of
that
cool.
Dolly Parton was raised with is kind of getting very rare
Hmm.
because that insular kind of community doesn't exist anymore. So
Right.
the twangs are a lot more uniform than they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that she can hear when it's slightly wrong, and
Mm.
it grates on her because she can recognize it, but she doesn't realize it's the E is a little bit off here or the O is
Right. Right.
wrong there.
I find that
Yeah.
mostly that it's that AI doesn't have any personal anecdotes. They
Mm,
don't have any personhood to the writing. There's
right.
no lived experience, or
Right.
It's
you know what I mean?
it's an
Yep.
echo of the real thing. Because
Right.
Yep.
Right.
they gave
Robes.
all this literature to it and said, "This is how you write like this person, and this is how you
Right.
write
Right.
like that
Right. Right.
person." And
Right. I mean,
and
and it's
and
just trained on vast amounts of
right,
literature. Right. So
Right.
right.
this is what
So
prose is. Right.
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 So it
So
sits there and goes,
robes.
I am supposed to describe this situation using these names. Yeah. And then it probably
Right.
is
Right.
this great big puzzle that has all these interconnecting possible pieces.
Right.
And it goes, well, I just can take this purple thing here and change it for a pink one. And this time I'll put that green one over there. And
Right. 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 Right.
and
Right.
it's a new
I mean,
story.
it's
In
just
fact,
basically, it's technically doing the same exact thing that we do.
yeah. And a
I mean,
frustration on both
all
sides
of
of
these
writing.
stories have been written before. We're just
Oh, yeah.
rewriting
Oh
them
yeah.
in our
And it,
own.
what's really, really interesting is if you look at it, if you ever take a reader and you give them a story,
Right.
and it's a trope that's very across civilizations and so forth, kind of
Hmm.
just one of those, and you change the ending. The hero dies and can't rescue the princess.
Hmm.
You know, the person reading can't like the book
Right. Right.
because you broke the story.
You broke it. Right.
You broke it.
There are certain, right. And there's only like 12 different stories that humans tell, technically.
Right.
And
Right.
we just reframe those over and over and over and over.
Right.
Which is, I mean, then that's what we trained AI to do. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that it's getting good at it.
Right.
I mean, why
Well,
wouldn't
yeah. Yeah, it would.
But there's just this little bit of, well, there's this lack there.
Well, lack
I
of
guess
lived
there's this lack of
experience.
emotional experience. It's the
Right,
emotional experience. They
right,
cannot have feelings.
right.
It
That
can
has
describe them.
right. It can describe love, but it cannot feel it.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
It cannot feel the pain of
Nope.
loss. It cannot. It just can't
No.
understand it. It can
Mm-mm.
describe, but not understand.
Right. So robes, were your ears burning earlier today?
No, no,
No?
no.
I was talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Well,
I was talking about you to
it's been
my
an interesting day. So,
my ex-daughter-in-law who I adopted. I was talking to you about you to her.
oh, yeah.
I was telling her how you do all these different voices and accents and stuff. And she and I have both decided we hate you just a little bit because we would love to be able to do that, and neither one of us can. And then she was telling me that when her brother was here, now they both grew up in Hungary. They speak fluent Hungarian, or at least they
Mm-hmm.
used to.
Oh, those ones.
Mm,
She moved to America. He moved to England. And so when they were here this summer, thanks for iPhones and stuff, she introduced him to me over the iPhone, see each other thing.
mm.
And so they're in the car together. And she says, "Don't you just love his accent?" And he says, "Oh, I think hers, I can hardly understand her. Hers is so thick." I started laughing. I said, "Y'all are kidding with me, right? You just having some fun?" They're like, "No," and he's looking like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "She doesn't have a Southern accent,
Mm.
and you don't have an English accent." And they're both like, "Yeah," da, 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 I'm pointing at each other. And I'm like, "No," I said, "You both have a Hungarian accent."
Right.
I could not hear the Texas twang in her Hungarian accent, and I couldn't hear the English pronunciations in his Hungarian accent. They both have a
Right.
Hungarian accent. So she was telling me today that when he was there, she wanted him to watch The Help,
Oh.
Oh.
and she had to tell him everything they said because he couldn't understand them.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, so she had to, what's that word? When you use the other languages,
Translate?
translate. Yeah, she had to translate. So
Right.
then she's
Right.
talking about that. I said, whoa, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I said, so how did you translate Black Southern verbiage? Did you translate it to English or Hungarian? And she said, well, English, of course. And I started laughing. I said, but it already was English. She said, but it wasn't. It was Southern English. It wasn't Texas English. And it certainly wasn't or England English. Oh my God, I laughed so hard at these Hungarians doing English.
That is funny.
They are funny.
Yeah, the European kids that I met at William and Mary that came for the um to work as the like language house supervisors and things. They were usually, super polyglots. They weren't just speaking the language from the country they came from. They were also speaking English and German and Italian. They all were around 3, 4, 5 languages. And you're sitting there going, I kind of speak a little French from high school. And of course, this one guy really laughed at me. The first
Yeah,
time I
I
was
remember Buenos noches and uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
yeah, yeah.
Seis. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. In your face. Oh. But-
Right, right, right.
oh my.
But yeah, these oh my goodness, it was crazy. There was this one girl, she worked as a tutor.
Polyglots.
She worked as a tutor for Italian. And she was from Tunisia, maybe? And Muslim, and also spoke Arabic, English, and French, and was legally blind.
Oh my goodness. I feel like a real slacker.
And I was like, and she was just this most gentle and wonderful, sweet person. And I can just remember being totally blown away by her, going, my goodness, you are an amazing person.
Oh my God, they're going to make me go look up polyglot.
Glot.
Why?
Glot.
Somebody define polyglot for me, please.
More than
Glot.
one language.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes, from many.
And what language are they saying that in? Polyglot. What language is that?
That's out of Latin. Poly,
Latin.
many, glossia for tongue.
Glot.
Okay. So if I stick out my glot, I'm okay, right?
Exactly.
Right.
You just give us all the glossin you want, honey.
You all will never know.
This is true too. I'm the only one getting looked at at the moment. It's terrible.
Oh, it's wonderful. Everybody loves seeing you.
Uh-huh. Only
I guess,
'cause
honest girls, I would love to be a polyglot too. After 2
Yeah.
years of trying to learn not Spanish, French, trying to learn French. And I didn't even get you guys saying hello.
It was so funny. When I was in the Navy, I was on a med cruise and we go to this little cafe. I can't remember if it was in Sicily or if it was in Naples.
I know cafe.
And so we
And
go into
croissant.
this little cafe and there's this little old Italian man there and he's reading a Herman Melville novel, but it wasn't Moby Dick. And he closes the book and it was in Italian. And he closes the book and says, "Oh, you're American." Because you can, even without uniforms, you could just tell, you know?
Uh-huh.
We dressed like Americans, we walked like Americans. They didn't have to
Right.
say a word. They're like, "Oh, look, it's another American sailor." And I'm like, "Yes." And he goes, "Oh, you speak Italian?" Because I answered "Si," because I at least knew to say that much. And he goes, "Oh, you speak Italian?" And, "No, but I speak French. Do you speak French?" In French, I say that. And he goes, "No." And then we start sitting there speaking Italian, some French, and some English back and forth at each other for a good 20 minutes while my friends are just kind of standing there going, "What?" And then before I go, he says, can you tell me? And he says in French, "Well, pleased to meet you," in French. And I said, "Pleased to meet you." He goes, "Pleased to meet you." I said, "Pleased to meet you." He goes, "Pleased to meet you." I'm like, "Oh, they'll figure it out." And so the next day they went back and I was on duty, so I had to stay on the ship. And they said that they ran into him again. He said they were pretty sure he was asking where I was. He said, and he kept walking up to every American going, "Pleased to meet you, pleased to meet you."
That's cute.
So apparently I could be fun to bar crawl with.
I can see that in you.
A little bit wild at times, but always amusing.
No, not you.
Well, after enough tequila chasers, after
Oh,
all those
tequila's some
margaritas.
Tequila's dangerous.
So what you do is you do a shot of tequila and then chase it with a margarita, and a shot of tequila and chase it with a margarita.
Oh, alrighty.
So when after a few of those, oh, okay, Trombetti. My my I don't know what her maiden name was, but my French teacher in high school was Italian. She was this little 5 foot tall Italian lady, and by the time she was my teacher, she had to be at least 65, 70. She was this tiny little heavyweight Italian weight lady, and apparently she had been teaching so long, she taught when my stepmother went to the school. And back then, the big sport boys would try to, like, get in her face, and she apparently at that point was much younger, was wearing stiletto heels, and she just stomp in the middle of the guy's foot if they
Oh,
tried to get in on her bad side, and she apparently never had more than 2 people act up in a class before everyone listened. And by the
wow.
time she was my teacher, she couldn't wear heels anymore.
Oh,
But she seemed crabby enough that people never crossed her anyhow. By then she'd learned the looks and so forth. It just you knew she knew, and you knew better than to try to press anything.
Right.
right.
One of those teachers.
Yep.
She really liked me.
Mm.
I think see, my mom had a French dictionary. I don't either, Sushi.
Me neither. I haven't
But
gone in 20 years.
my mom had a French vest pocket dictionary on our bookshelf growing up. And it was my mom's, and that was really exciting to me. So I always wanted to learn to read it. And then my mom died, so I wanted to learn French even more. And that's why I did the French thing. Okay,
Okay, Neuro's back. Hang on. I'll
uh,
go. Give me a
you'll go?
second.
I was gonna try to kick you off.
Oh, go ahead.
Nope, wait, let me double click the right way. No, it's not doing it for me this time.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
why is
Okay.
it such a
I'll
pain?
do it. I'll do
You're
it.
gonna
I'll
have to
do it.
leave.
Hang on.
What is happening?
I hate that. There must be just the right way to double click to get it to let go of people, and I have not learned it yet. So, and here comes NeuroD
Dun,
with
dun,
a
dun.
spoken only story. So this is like magical.
Okay.
We're just waiting for that to happen.
Okay.
Oh, Neuro said, oh, there we go. There we go. Yay!
Look, it's Nero.
Look at me.
Hey, everybody, look, it's Nero. Hi, Nero.
Everyone's excited to see you.
Okay. So
Okay.
I've been rehearsing sort of while I've been cleaning. That's the thing about oral storytelling is
Mm.
you don't really write it down. You just tell yourself the story over and over again and then hope that when you get to tell it, it goes well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And at the end of this, you can say or guess whether it's fiction or not.
Mm.
Okay, so this is about a bro in the science lab. Sort of.
Cool.
So, in my mid-20s, I was working in the science lab as a student worker. And there was this guy from my speech communications class who was really annoying. He was attending a science class, and one of the classrooms I had to go in to take care of the animals. And there were all kinds of animals. We had snakes and toad and gecko, newts, tarantulas, stick bugs, crickets, turtles, and 4 species of cockroaches. And they were anywhere from the standard ones you'd see in your house or Madagascar's. There was this kind that I don't remember what they were called, but they basically lived in soil. So their habitat, I kind of had to dig them out. And if you held them, they'd kind of tickle your hand.
Mm-hmm.
They're like maybe that big, right? And then there were these Brazilian death's head cockroach. And they were the best ones. They had pokey feet, so they couldn't climb smooth surfaces. And if you handled them, they would crawl on you, and the males had wings and they'd fly down, and the wings were iridescent. And they could get up to 6 inches long, although it was usually maybe 4 to 5 at most. And it was my favorite job. Anyways, this pro, who was from my speech class, he talked about things like Jessica Simpson and how perfect she was. And she annoyed the heck out of the speech teacher. Or he annoyed the heck out of the speech teacher, talking about babes and stuff like that. It was an interpersonal communications class, and she talked about dating a lot. And there was a lot of dating assignments. So it wasn't like his topic matter was inappropriate, but still kind of sexist and annoying. He sees me in my white lab coat, and he goes, "You're a scientist?" And I said, "No, I just work here, student work study." And he said, "Oh, that's tight." And he's following me around, asking me all kinds of questions. And then I went to go into the office where no students, unless they worked there, were allowed in. And the office is where we kept some of the animals. He followed me in there, continuing to ask me questions. And I went straight to the death's head cockroach bin. And I opened it up and grabbed the biggest male I could find. And he said, "What do you have there?" I turned around, showed it to him, and said, "A cockroach." And he ran away. And it was hilarious. And I never did that again, but I would 10/10 do it again.
I don't blame you. If
Good
it
stuff.
wasn't a true story, it at least had elements of truth in it.
It was a true
would
story.
be my answer.
I'm
But
gonna go
anyway,
with that. It was true.
I ended up going
I
on
think
to
it.
University of Oregon, and I bumped into him there.
Mhm.
And he seemed a little bit more refined. Maybe he had joined a fraternity or something, but he seemed less broy. He was wearing a blazer and whatnot. He was majoring in journalism, and he was actually sounding smart when I talked to him. And it didn't seem like he was mad at me. So, but he remembered who I was.
I bet he never will forget who you were.
Chased him out.
That you have indelibly. Maybe you taught him a lesson, or maybe he was worried that you carried them around in your pockets. I mean,
Okay.
here's my
But-
pet cockroach. Want to meet him?
There was one day I found a dead, perfectly intact male. And the thing is cockroaches eat their dead. So the fact that I found it perfectly intact means it had like just died and hadn't gotten to it yet. And we fed them fruit and stuff, so they weren't really all like nasty. And I actually picked it up and put it in a sandwich bag so that I could like take it home and show my family, because I told them about these cockroaches all the time. And I couldn't just put it in my book bag. Mashed. So I was carrying it out in the open, and it would sit there on the desk with me in class. My math teacher's like, "You're fucking weird, Skook." My astronomy teacher thought it was awesome.
Alrighty then.
Okay. So yeah, that's my
You were the
story.
cockroach girl, huh?
Actually, they called me Snake Lady because
Oh,
I
okay.
would
The
wander
snake lady.
the ball python, who was named
Mhm.
Monty, and he went box with, and I had to run errands. I would grab him, and he'd just be hanging out on me, and
Right.
In some ways, that's a lot more menacing than walking around with a chicken on your shoulder.
Right.
If the two of us were to walk down the street, people would actually give me more space than you, because they'd be like, "She's got a snake. It might hurt me, but that woman must be nuts."
I don't know. There were some people who were fascinated by it. Some people were like,
Right.
Yeah, they're afraid it's going to like
Huh, snake.
slither over onto them, bite them as they
Right.
walk past. What are they thinking the snake's up to? You know.
Monty was
But
super curious, and he was a pain in the ass when I wanted to clean his habitat, though. So my academic advisor would snake sit while I cleaned his habitat. But the first time that I took him there, he was just getting all curious and stuff, and he was slithering around on her desk. Then he stuck his head through the handle on her coffee mug.
Mm.
Then he was taking the coffee mug along with him, and she's like, "What do I do?" And I grabbed onto the coffee mug, and he backed out. I'm like, "Yeah, he'll get into
Remove it.
yeah, I will never forget removing a chicken from a snake. That is one of those memories you just don't
Yeah.
forget.
No.
I wouldn't be keen on handling a wild snake, but I'd more likely handle a constrictor than I would a venomous
Well,
one.
it was
Yeah.
let's see what they call them, coach whips, black snakes. It was a constrictor. That one was about 4 feet long,
I'm
give or
good
take.
as long as it's not going to inject me with some, horrid
No,
shit that's
no,
going to kill me
and
in
see the
15
problem.
seconds.
The snake couldn't actually ingest the chicken. I think what happened, it was a mother with a nest, and I think that she picked a fight with the snake when it got too close, and the snake probably thought, "Baby chickens? Cool," you know? So when she
Right.
pecked the
Good.
snake struck her, and then just started, and then got to the point where it couldn't swallow anymore, and it was stuck in the chicken, and the chicken was I was, like, so grateful that the chicken didn't get killed by that, but
Yeah, that's amazing.
that was just perfect. Well, if the grandchild had not come and gotten me, I will never forget why didn't he just say there's a snake? The boy walked into our living room and said, "Grandma, there's something like a rope in your chicken house."
Oh.
Right?
"There are no ropes in my chicken house. What in the world are you talking about?" "No, there's something like a rope in your chicken house." I'm like,
Could you be
how
more
did he not?
specific?
He was like 10. How did
Could you
he
describe the rope, please?
I've heard people call them nope ropes.
Well, that is true, but I didn't. I'll have to like tease him about that. He's connected to me on Facebook and stuff. Still, I'll have to like, hey, remember that rope thing?
Right?
You were just advanced for your age, apparently.
Right?
But I went out there because I'm like, there should be no rope in my chicken house, and it didn't occur to me till like got closer and closer. I'm like, well, it's probably a snake, and I'm like sitting there going, okay,
Danger
well, what do
rope.
I do to get snake out of chicken house? And
That's
by the
what
time
snake actually means. Danger rope.
do not step on
Right.
that one.
Don't touch the
Snake.
danger rope, right?
I'd call the power line a danger rope, but
Right.
But,
we have
yeah.
rubber boas, and they get pretty big. And I was
Mhm.
taking my fiddler on the roof and driving through Boring. One was crossing the road, and I, stepped on the brakes, managed to stop in time. She said, "You brake for snakes?" I was like, "Well, I brake for all animals."
Well, yeah.
But, Mom,
Yeah.
you know where I work, right? Like,
Right.
you're like,
You get what I do.
If I can, I break for frogs. I mean, I will break for bugs as long as it's not
Right.
dangerous.
I
If I
will
see like
shoo
a
flies out of my house, literally.
butterflies, I'm like, oh my god, it's a butterfly! I can't hit that. Usually,
Yeah.
I can't get around them fast enough. They're kind of unpredictable once
I
you
don't
hit them.
like to kill. I don't want to kill anything. I do not. I don't like it.
I
No.
cringe. I cringe. I like feel
one time I
terrible.
I know flies are buggy, but
girl.
like it's not like they're trying to pester me. It's just they're a fly and they're doing fly things. Like,
No,
you know what I mean?
I kill deer flies because those
Like,
suckers hurt.
they do, yes,
Yes.
yeah. Well, I mean, there is a
Care if they
time,
bite you more than once either.
there
I
is
love
a time and place. Like,
even the ones that was there to handle.
even the Dalai Lama says, like, if sometimes mosquito land on you,
Right.
okay, take, little blood, go away. Some days mood different. Mosquito land. So,
I've actually missed a couple of possums and been very grateful to have it happen, Sushi. I did hit one. I've hit one in oh my goodness. So that's what it's like to own a living stuffed animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but that's immediately what I think. I'm like, oh my goodness.
He starts looking like a teddy bear. He needs to get groomed.
Right.
Oh, I don't
I'm
know. I like
fuzzy.
them better fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy.
Yeah. Oh, what a good doggy.
I love you, the puppy.
Yeah, the other one's downstairs sleeping. If I went to go pick him up, he'd growl at me.
No,
Don't bug him when he's sleeping. Gets
Yeah,
me.
Ursula
fuzzy is cute.
Ursula's making noises for me to come get her and let her in.
It's a dog that knows it's fuzzy.
Yes, just
Oh,
look at
yeah.
the way he's like.
Like, look at me.
Of course,
I'm
any dog,
fuzzy.
if you pet, it's pretty much going to make that face. He's like,
Oh, not
she
that.
knows what I like. She knows what I like. She
This
knows what I
guy,
like.
this guy will take it attention anytime.
Yeah.
He's sleeping under his blanket or something. Don't touch him. He gets very angry.
No, Ursula will. She would prefer being fussed over to a cookie. She actually would
yeah.
take attention over food.
This guy too.
I don't know. I kind of prefer food.
No.
I believe it's standard poodle, right?
Yeah.
Victoria just asked if it's a labradoodle.
No, Stamp Poodle. He's got papers. I got him. It was still kind of during the lockdown, part of the pandemic. Sort of like, well, there was a lot less of a lockdown, but like you still couldn't go into animal shelters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying real hard to get a rescue, and after like a few months, I learned about his breeder who couldn't sell the mouth. And I got him for a third of the cost, which was only $100 more than getting a shelter animal.
Mm.
Like, okay, I'll go look at the puppies. And I only got enough money for one. which was smart.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was the mellow one. He was the bigger one at the time.
Mm.
His mom was 90 pounds. His dad was 90 pounds.
Wow.
The other one was like super bitey and aggressive, kind of.
Mhm.
No.
I'll take the bigger one. He's mellow.
Right.
Right.
I with my dog, she has never been a big fan of being on the furniture. She doesn't jump up on people. She's like a keep my forepaws on the ground animal. And I just, I feel so lucky that she's that kind of she's like the most polite to company dog I could ask for.
Yeah, this guy wants to give hugs.
And I don't have any explanation as to why she's so good. I'm
Mm.
like,
I had a
I
like that.
I just do the basic sit, stay, lay down stuff. I don't know where the rest of it comes from. It's
I just
not me.
she never barked except one time, and there was like a wild animal in the woods. It was probably a deer.
Mm.
She wouldn't get up on the furniture. She didn't jump on people.
Mhm.
She was afraid of cats.
Now, Ursula's afraid of one
Oh,
cat because that cat beat the heck out of
Right.
her, but
yeah.
other than that, she likes
Right.
cats.
Well, Hoppy's afraid of my neighbor's cat.
Well, I had a cat that everybody was afraid of. Um, it's so funny because, she, or he would look at you. He would look at, like, delivery people wouldn't go near him kind of guy. Like we had
Right.
somebody putting in a dishwasher for us, and they walked in, and he was laying on my piano, which just happened to be very near the entry, and the guy literally stopped 4 feet away from him and just kinda looked. Like, "It's gonna hurt me." You can just tell looking, "This animal might be dangerous." And, I mean, it was so funny because when we got Hank and Hank apparently was dangerous to cats. When we got Hank, Twisty went down to the basement, and this was right after Christmas. Twisty did not come back upstairs until Halloween of the next year. He went downstairs in protest for 10 months going, "Sooner or later, she's gonna get rid of the dog. Sooner or later, she's going to decide she wants me to come back upstairs, and she's gonna get rid of the dog."
Mm.
I had a roommate, tortoiseshell calico, like everybody except me was scared of her, and I just wasn't intimidated by a cat.
Right.
Before
Right.
one realized me. But anyways, she would bully the heck out of my Tweenie.
Mhm.
Tweenie got stuck in my room once because the cat was at the entry of the bedroom, and her name was Zoe. She cried and cried and cried until I went and rescued her from the cat. Um,
Oh,
that cat would
cute.
sometimes lay in the sun in my
You're
window,
another one. Come here.
my closet. And one time I had been doing laundry, and I went to put my laundry away, and some of it did go in the closet.
Yes.
And I did not know the cat was in there,
Mm.
and she came out at me, and I had a towel in my hand, and I snapped it at her. She ran out of my room so fast, as she'd been a cartoon, she'd have left a trail of flames.
Oh my.
She didn't come out of her human's room and her room for probably about a month.
Wow.
There's
Wow.
there's 2 on the bed in a ball of
Very
yarn.
with a towel. So my landlord come in and deal with the breaker box, which was in my roommate's room. I said, "Hang on, I need to get you a towel." And he's like, "Why?" And I was like, "In case you have to snap it at the cat."
Right.
Okay.
Right? This is a dangerous animal. Here's how you can be safe.
Back then, I
Right. Right.
don't
Right.
hospitalize someone.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the scar right now.
Yeah. I saw part of it.
Right there.
Ugh.
Too bright. But yeah, she got me on the other side too. I went almost immediately to urgent care. Like, washed it really good first, but I was like, it hurt so bad and it was so swollen. I thought maybe she got
Mm,
bone, and they cleaned it out.
right?
20
No
minutes
fun.
buying stream antiseptic stuff,
Mhm.
and
Hmm.
it didn't really hurt that bad. But he did it for 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
gave me antibiotics. The next day it was worse, like for the rest of my hand. So I went to the hospital, and that's when they stuck me on IVs, and I even ended up with a fever, and it even got worse the next day before it got better. So I was there for 3 days.
Mm,
Bad case of cellulitis. No cat scratch fever.
mm,
Yeah, it's
Really,
pretty
that's
scary though.
my eye
right?
inflammation started up right after that and is reoccurring. They said that I don't have MRSA. I asked them to test me for it.
Hmm.
That's the thing. You can get MRSA from a cat bite. And they're like, I don't know what'd be in your eye. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm sleeping. um, it wasn't like the wound was all super covered up.
Yeah.
And anyways,
Yeah, my husband and I both had gotten MRSA once. Because it's apparently you're always getting contact with it at some level in the environment, and it just takes an open wound and contact at the right time, and you can get it.
mhm.
And he worked in medical field, which didn't help because you get more exposure to weird stuff like that. But it was so funny because he'd gotten it and blew off getting it treated forever until the whole finger's purple and there's white chunky stuff, and I'm like, "No, seriously, honey, you need to go see somebody." He's like,
Yeah.
"I'll just put some hydrogen peroxide on it. It'll be fine." And it's like,
Oh,
"Oh, no, no, honey, we're past that now."
get a
But it's
deep
so
from a cat.
Mhm.
Go to the freaking doctor.
Yeah,
I'm glad I
and, but it's so funny because as soon as I saw a little bit of infection in I'm like, "Oh, I recognize those colors." And
Right?
I called my
Ooh,
doctor, like it's, purple and got some green here, and there might be some pus.
My friend has a cat that she just got somewhat recently, a black cat, and they named her Murder Mittens.
Right?
But I guess that's because her husband was trying to get the cat out of the garage,
Mhm.
and the cat was, and it was just after they got her. The cat was hiding, or kind of in a corner between some boxes and stuff, and he actually reached in there to grab the cat, and I guess she scratched the hell out of his hand and stuff. Um, when I was there, she was sweet as could be. She was coming up on my lap and rubbing up against me and making me pet her. I was a little bit jumpy. I hadn't
Right.
really dealt with cats much since a year ago
Oh, yeah.
on Pi Day, and I'm apologizing. I'm sorry, I'm so jumpy with your cat. I know she's probably not going to hurt me, but you know,
Yeah.
it,
I
mm,
tell people to avoid my herdy kitty. I'm like, "I'm sorry, this kitty is dangerous. Don't touch her." And of course, my son refuses to hear that. He comes slowly there and lets her sniff his hand. And he's like, "Oh, look, she likes me." And she starts purring and he starts petting her. And then all of a sudden there's this lunging and bleeding and owing. And I'm like, "Yeah." And then of course, a week goes by and she's laying on the bed, and he comes up and he does the sniffy and the petty and
well, I had moved
all
in with had
it's
a fur kitty, and I didn't know she was. She was doing exactly that, the purring and the rubbing up
Mhm.
against me. Like, I pet her and whatnot, and I was down low, and then all of a sudden she just got me right across the face, barely missed my
Ugh.
and I had these 3 scratch marks. I was wondering whether it would scar or not. It didn't, thankfully.
Look like something out of a horror movie.
Yeah, I was bleeding stuck pig, yeah, and I roommate saw it. He's like, Jesus Christ, what happened? So I told him, and he's like, oh, yeah, they named her La Pua, which is a gun ammo or something.
Mm.
I don't know very much about guns, types of guns or ammo, but anyways, I didn't bother with her for like a month, no matter how friendly she seemed. And then she ended up
Mhm.
one day when another cat was already there. And she just curled up and went to sleep next to the black kitty. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I took a picture of it and posted it and saying, someone please send food. But she ended up being super friendly with me after that, and like never. The worst thing she did was climb me if I didn't pet her fast enough, or
Mm.
and she wanted to be
Yeah.
held.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to set aside some money and get herself to the vet, because I just can tell by her posture and her behavior there's something painful going on.
Poor baby.
You can, and occasionally, and it's only one eye, but occasionally one eye tears and tears and tears, and then it'll stop. And so I'm just kind of worried about her.
Yeah,
You know.
almost good Freddy survival stories. You mean like Freddy?
Yeah, from the scratch. There was this nightmare, you see.
It was a tortoiseshell calico, just like another roommate's cat.
Oh God. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know if it applies to all cats, but that one, I just needed a towel to defend myself. I think it was probably the sound.
Hmm.
You know, you're really good at it.
I had a white odd-eyed cat once. She was pure white and had a blue eye and a gold eye.
Oh, cool.
It was like the strangest thing, and it was when I was with my husband, my first husband, and he said that a lot of times they're deaf. And I never figured out if she was deaf or not before she got out one day and never came home. And I kept wondering how I was going to figure out for sure if she was deaf, because some cats you can call them forever and they won't come to you unless they feel like it.
Hmm.
So it's like, what would I do to be sure she heard something or should have reacted to something if I don't know if she'll react to something, you know? There are cats that will react to bells, cats will go, I don't care what you ring at me.
What happened to your face? Freddy, this story.
Story, didn't you?
Uh,
You just said, well, I was helping clean this lion cage the other day.
it was a little lion.
I didn't know they hadn't fed it yet.
House panthers.
Yeah. I don't even know if panther's quite the right word.
Right?
Let me think here, because panthers at least provide a little bit for themselves, and most cats kind of look at you and go, "Why have you not filled the food bowl again yet?" I don't think they hunt.
Some scars are fun.
Yeah, my son's been sewn together and glued together, so he's got two different kinds of scars on his face.
Oh, my brother
In his
had a scar on his mouth from when he was a kid. I guess he would like stick a rock in a bucket of water and put it in his mouth.
Oh wow.
Rocks, he did that kind of funny thing. His name is Rocky.
Hmm.
But it wasn't because he sucked on rocks.
Right.
No, actually, with my son, and some of you've already heard these stories. If you mention any of his facial scars, he goes, "Oh yes, I have had this head injury happen, and this head injury happen, and this head injury happen, and this head injury."
Right. That's not
That's not good.
He fell face first into a fireplace when he was a year old.
Ooh.
He fell down a flight of stairs and knocked a flap on his skull
Oh,
on a chair. Good night, Victoria.
Good
He was
night.
like 3 then. And then he got hit in the head with a baseball bat when he was 5. And then he missed a block, and some older kids gave him a concussion, smashing him into a bus window when he was 13. And then he rolled my Explorer when he was 17. And then he was in that accident where they got hit. Huh?
Do you call him Crash?
I call him cursed.
My older nephew, when he was little, he was accident prone.
Mhm.
HD. But his name's Christopher. When my dad would call him Crashtopher.
Crashtopher. That's awesome. I was called Calamity Jane because I tended to walk into things like doors,
Oh.
open cabinets.
Oh,
I
my.
accidentally destroyed my aunt's sliding glass door, the screen door.
Oh,
I
no.
blame it on needing glasses and being ignored when I complained about not being able to see clearly.
Well,
And
there you go.
apparently thought I thought it was all slid open. And I was walking fast enough that by the time my foot hit the screen door, it was too late to stop the momentum. And I went straight through the screen. Just
Oh, no.
whoosh.
There's this job I had when I was in high school was hostess for a restaurant, and it was right by the river, and it springtime, and some plant down there, whatever pollen I was really allergic to. So I was taking antihistamines,
Mhm.
which, well, at the time I was pretty straight edge. So I was a little, weird from the antihistamines and kind of, groggy and
Mhm.
not quite right in terms of balance and depth perception, which is already
Right.
not great. Um, and I was carrying a tray of glasses, waters, and missed the doorway. It
Mm.
kind of ran into the wall, but I managed not to spill any of the water.
Great.
That was pretty
That
impressive.
is amazing. I get amazed when I do something really, really coordinated because most of the times I'm a walking disaster zone. And I'm like, wow, I just caught that glass as it fell out of my cabinet. And I'm like, oh, I am so amazing. I'm just lucky it didn't land on my foot, you know?
Yeah, that could hurt. Talented? Well, maybe it was just lucky.
Right.
Worked for quite a while. I did something clumsy and dexterous at the same time. So that, I guess,
Right.
was the part.
Yeah. Well, we are at 10 o'clock.
We are.
Go to the end.
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
So our prompt was the echo.
Where my
Your
heart?
name?
No,
The
it's not.
echo would echo forever.
Yes.
Writing prompt is
I
would echo
love it.
forever. I'll cut and paste it in a minute.
Which might include
Well-
pigeon poop. So
Right.
peace, everyone.